Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to compare some gimmicks from Terri Runnels. But first, hit the thumbs up for me. Also, hit subscribe unless you're already subscribed, in which case, thank you for being subscribed, and hopefully, I will continue to provide decent content for you wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Okay, so Terri Runnels got into the business, I believe, in the early 90s because I think her first on-screen role was actually as Alexandria York. So Alexandria York was based off of Wall Street. So basically, she was like an accountant or some type of computer analyst, and her job, the look of Alexandria York is she wore these gigantic these glasses were gigantic. They were like huge grandma glasses, and she dressed very professionally. She was supposed to be sort of stuck up, and she ran the York Foundation. Now, the York Foundation, if you remember correctly, uh, is what brought us the computerized man of the '90s, Mr. Terrence Taylor. But she was also the valet for Richard Morton, who was Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, she got a chance to shit on him. Not her fault, but whoever thought to turn Ricky Morton heel and stick him in this fucking stable is a goddamn retard, okay? And I mean that with all due disrespect. You're a fucking retard for turning Ricky Morton into Richard Morton, a member of the goddamn York Foundation. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever turn one of the biggest baby faces of all time into a computer geek heel? It's fucking dumb. And I know that the York Foundation was supposed to be all these professional types. You had VK Wall Street or Michael Wall Street. You had Terrence Taylor. You had Richard Morton. There was another guy who I couldn't remember. But there was, a bunch of these guys in the York Foundation. And the Alexandria York magic computer that teaches guys how to wrestle, like the computerized man of the '90s, it gives him advice. It's dumb. It's really dumb. It's like Knight Rider. It was really dumb. Like people talking to these computers and checking these computers that's obviously not on. The computer is obviously not on. And interrupting the match so that you can look at the computer and do the calculations. That was stupid. It was stupid. But it was salvageable. It could be less stupid just by simply not stopping the matches to look at the computers and but this being a business venture, she was sort of a businesswoman. I like that. I like that aspect of it, where she's going to be this manager and she's going to be like this high strung manager. That could have been fun. Like the Alexandria York concept could have worked. It could have been fun. Didn't need fucking Ricky Morton. Didn't need fucking Terry Taylor to be involved. Both of those guys are too good to be involved with this dumb shit. Okay, I don't care about Rotunda, but Morton and Taylor were too good for this dumb shit. Somebody else, you could have literally brought in anybody else to do this. Okay, so she left. I don't remember when she left WCW, but I do know that she appeared in the WWF in 1996 as the cigar stomping starlet that followed along Goldust. Marlena was fucking awesome. She didn't have to say anything. She didn't have to really do anything. She was not a traditional manager or a traditional valet. Marlena did not, beat on the ring apron and shout words of encouragement. She sat in her director's chair smoking her cigar and basically watched Goldust work. And then occasionally she would go out and cheat. Occasionally she would do, little things. But she was not a traditional manager, at least not at first. She wasn't not a traditional valet. I want to use my correct verbiage. She wasn't a traditional valet at first. She added something to the Goldust character because she sort of defined. When Goldust first came in, he was obviously sexually ambiguous. When they brought in Marlena, it's like, okay, he's not gay. Because they were doing sort of very affectionate petting and rubbing on each other's faces and all that, licking each other and stuff. Goldust and Marlena was crazy, dog. That was one of those things where you had to be there. Like it was a thing that maybe today people it wouldn't fly, because it was a little too sexual. But when watching it as a kid, it was great stuff. Like Marlena, she got to go out there in like these great gowns and dresses with her boobs out, and that's all she really had to do. And then like, she didn't really have to talk on his behalf. Goldust could talk for himself. She can, add a line here and there. Her role was never fully defined, like whether she was his quote unquote director or whether she was his co-star or whatever the case may be. But she just got out there and she didn't need to do that much. The death of the Marlena character came when they decided to make Goldust quote unquote real, which is when you have a character that is not in no way real. I don't see how, adding certain levels of realism to the character does not help it, like they completely threw Goldust away, and that was really kind of the death knell for the character is when they started doing the Brian Pillman stuff. Cause that's when they started going into her real relationship with Brian Pillman. And, it was kind of, I bet that was not fun for them. It probably wasn't, not at the time. But, and then I think not too long after that, she just kind of dropped the whole Marlena thing. And in classic Vince Russo style, she basically just wanted to go by her real name. Vince Russo just wanted to go by everybody's real name. Because characters don't matter. And, these things don't matter. But Marlena was great because less is more. And the less she was able to add so much to the character without being overpowering. She was a perfect companion to the Goldust character where he still got to be who he is, being sexually ambiguous, being weird. And she just added to the weirdness because you don't know whether she's like a dominatrix or she's the reason why he's acting weird or whether they're a couple or you don't know what's going on, but that this woman is out there and she's a knockout and she's smoking this cigar and she's got your attention when the camera is on her. And it's like, that's good shit. So she really didn't have a bad gimmick. Like Alexandria York is the stupider of the two gimmicks, obviously because she had a fucking computer. It was stupid. But all in all, it wasn't really all that bad. Other than the dumb computer gimmick, it wasn't that bad. Marlena was ruined when they made it real and she had to, talk and start doing her own thing. That was not fun because that's when it started opening up a lot of, problems with the characters and the real life people and stuff like that. That wasn't good. But ultimately, I wouldn't say either of her gimmicks were really bad. But of course, Marlena is going to be as a classic character. That character is great. That character is fantastic. And Alexandria York is not bad either. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.